Enlightened consumption is the idea that we as consumers are so empowered that we have the ability now to act in more enlightened ways. We can force companies through our behavior, through what we buy and what we don't buy, to take stands. So here's an interesting example from a French supermarket that decided, because one of the global problems that we have in the food production sourcing is a lot of food gets thrown away, a lot of food gets wasted. And in particular, a lot of food that looks like this gets wasted. Now, if you've ever been to a farm or tried to grow things yourself, you know that every fruit and vegetable doesn't grow perfectly, right? Now, maybe you wondered, well, what happens to all of those that don't grow perfectly? Well, they get thrown out. They don't really make it to the store. And so we waste a lot of food. And so they had this whole campaign, and what the posters say is, with the carrot in particular, in a carrot soup, who cares? That's the tagline. And so they actually did taste tests, and they said, look, we're going to take a carrot that looks all, messed up, and we're going to take a regular carrot, the way you think a carrot should look, and we're going to do taste tests in our store. And of course, what happens after a taste test? Nobody can tell the difference. And so people say, well, we should be eating these, and now they had an entire section of their store where people were actually buying them. And in the US, Walmart did the same thing, to try and use these inglorious foods. Chobani Yogurt, really well known for taking a stand. Their founder, Hamidullah Kaya, chooses to give equity to his workers, to take care of them, to hire refugees. It's a really well-known part of their brand. And people believe in that, and they buy from them because those values stand up for their values. My business partner, Paresh Shah, is writing a book about lifters that's coming out in the fall. And lifters is all about this idea that people want to act and buy in ways that are consistent with themselves. They want to be able to make that difference. They want to lift the world up. And we have to know that whether we make products, services, companies, anything. Because that's a huge new movement for how people believe, for how they think. In travel, this is a big idea. So if you are in travel and you've seen this evolution from buying stuff to buying experiences, the next phase of that is not just, I want to have an awesome experience, but I want to go somewhere and I want to come back transformed. So I'm not just buying an experience, I'm buying personal transformation. That's the next evolution of experience, right? It's not just, hey, isn't it awesome for me to go hang gliding, and what a thrill, which could be a transformational activity, but people want more, they expect more out of their travel experiences. So the stealable idea here is, how do we, as individuals, as the companies we run, as employees, take a stand that demonstrates our values? When REI closes on Black Friday here in the US, that's a stand. They say, we believe that people should be going outside and that it's not all about consumerism. And they win because that belief is shared by their customers. So they take a stand and they win.